James Lawrence Powell did some research to see how many climate scientists deny that climate change is caused by human activity. So he looked at a large number of peer-reviewed studies. In fact, if you take a look, it's about 2,258 peer-reviewed studies by 9,136 different climate change authors. And what they found was that out of all those authors, only one of them denied that climate change is caused by human activity. And that is a scientist by the name of S.V. Avakian, which makes me very sad because he's Armenian. But just to give you a sense of how tiny that is, if you look at the percentage, it's 0.0000109% of authors in these peer-reviewed studies.
So in the last year, I guess, if I can do this right, 99.999% of scientists agreed that there was man-made global warming. But hey, it's in the media, it's a 50-50 issue. I don't know. On the other hand, it got really cold last week. 99.99999% of scientists versus it was cold last week. Okay. Unfortunately, there's another story that proves we've become dumb en masse. But this one is not about the American people. To be fair, when you actually poll Americans, they believe in climate change and they believe that the government should do something about it.
Yes.
And that polls around above 60%. So that's a pretty solid number. That's not the issue, to be fair. The media is dumb because whenever they have a climate change scientist on, they have to bring on that guy, the one guy, the SVW or whoever he is.
S.V. Avakian.
Okay,
yes.
to bring it on to make it seem like it's 50-50,
yes.
Because everything has to be 50. Democrats say this, Republicans say that, climate change guys say this, scientists say this, paid off bitches say that, right?
Right.
So now, but we've lost our democracy, so even though 60% of Americans think the government should take action, the government won't take action because the government is funded by ExxonMobil, Koch Industries, which is also in the oil business, etc. So scientists, who cares? It's not like we're a smart country. We're a country run by money, and we'll continue to vote for these politicians who have more money.
And speaking of the politicians, oftentimes we make the argument that Republican representatives refuse to believe the science. They just straight out reject it. And it's not because they don't actually believe the science, it's because they're usually paid off by these big oil and coal companies. Well, just to give you a specific example of that, Senator Jim Inhofe was on WABC AM, and he was talking about climate change, and he said the following. He said, "I find fewer and fewer members of the United States Senate that are sympathetic to this whole cause." Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why are they not sympathetic, right?
Because
why aren't they sympathetic?
Because they hate scientists. Look, before it was 97% of scientists. Now it's 99.999. Okay, of scientists. It's not like, they're like, oh, goddamn scientists, there's more of them now? Now we're more against it. No, it's because they got greased more. Because guys like Jim Inhofe got paid even more money to be the bitches of big energy. So that's what they are. They're politicians. They get bribed for a living. They're scum of the earth, okay? And that's what Jim Inhofe is.
Yeah.
He's a bought-out prostitute. And so when he sees a scientist, he's like, well, that guy's smart. I got to find a way to make sure he's not in charge, right? That's why they speak against science. They speak against science. I mean, if you're a Republican, you're proud to be in that party, you're in the party of idiots. Like, hey, we're against science. Congratulations. How's that working out for you? My guess is, unless you're one of the Koch brothers, not that well, okay? I don't believe in gravity. Well, try it out, see how it turns out.